following is an excerpt from Megalo, Book 3, The Dance of the Thousand Petal Lotus, Chapter 1-14, Alchemy. Smoke rises from the vast and blackened fields of Shakara. Bodies line the crest of every hill, beaten, charred, and terrible. Shara, stripped of everything, stands wearing only a torn crimson robe, overlooking the valleys of death and chaos. A tear trickles down his cheek. Shara looks down to the golden ring on his finger. He takes it off and throws it to the ground. Leaning on his staff, Shara begins to make his way to an unknown future. He can't help but see the depraved stares of the scorched skeleton figures lying as sentinels marking his path. The wind blows and fires continue to spread across the now barren and devastated land. Shara watches as the blood-red sun falls below the sand and ash. Harsh winds blow sand across the valley. Shara curls himself into cover and protects himself against the storm. He shivers violently against the cold. Fires continue to glow and fade throughout. Shara breaks down and begins to sob. The sandstorm becomes stronger and stronger. Through the sand, Shara looks into the distance, into the raging flames. A female figure walks through the flames towards him. Shara's eyes beam. Fauna? The figure continues towards him. The sands blow harder and harder. Fauna, what have I done? Fauna doesn't say anything. She walks through the sands as though unaffected by them. Shara steps towards her, but is overpowered by the storm. Come, Shara, Fauna beckons. Tears drip from Shara's cheeks. I can't. Come. The storm becomes blinding. The sands begin to tear at Shara's flesh. He screams out. Fauna is gone. No, no. Shara sobs into the night amidst the merciless storm. The sun pours over the white sand fields. A snake slithers across the top of the sand, followed closely by a staff. The snake nears a mound in the sand. It stops and slithers round it. Zarathustra stands quietly over the mound. Shara pops out of the sand. Zarathustra smiles to himself. Shara notices the serpent and turns to Zarathustra. Am I now reduced to dreams? Life is not a dream. Is there anything dreamlike about your suffering? No, this is real, Shara. This is very real. Shara looks over the vast sand dunes covering his kingdom. Wiped clean, left without friend or foe. You came into this world no different. What about the anointing, the prophecies, the fortune-telling, lies? Was I not king? Were you not also a murderer? You have a sharp tongue. One of my many gifts, speaks Zarathustra. Zarathustra stares intently at Shara. Shara grows uncomfortable under his gaze. So all of my achievements, victories, covered by the sands of time. Are you not immortal? Death is the only reality, Shara. I will taste it just as you. A fire is built. Shara and Zarathustra sit on opposite sides of it. Many millions of years ago, there was a spark of light in the dark firmament. The light knew nothing of itself, it merely existed. As the light danced throughout the sky, it felt at peace. It spread itself here and there. It encompassed everything, all of existence. Shara shifts his weight and sits up to listen to Zarathustra's tale. The entirety of existence was only light. No consciousness, no bliss, no pain, no exhilaration. Then one day a speck of darkness entered into being. It didn't seem like much. The light allowed it its place. But within a few moments, the darkness began to devour the light. The light realized that if it did not flee, it would utterly be consumed. The light fled, and the darkness chased. Zarathustra's eyes glow with the reflection of the flames. A new dance was born. The light danced with dark, and the dark with the light. The light was at first afraid. It knew not where its journey would take it, to what lengths it would have to go to survive. But before long, there was a new feeling that surfaced. There was contrast to its existence. Suddenly, the possibilities became endless to the light, so it embraced the dance. It was out of this dance that life was born. Shara looks bewildered. Out of chaos? There is no life without it. Everything you've ever known is born from imperfection, from the dance of chaos and perfect stillness. Shara stares into the fire with deep emotion. I know nothing of the future. I care nothing of the past. You will be the same. Thus spoke Zarathustra. I, Megalo.